This video is brought to you by Billy the Tree.
Hi everybody, I'm Nicole from Billy the Tree Jewelry and BillyTheTree.com. Today we're going to talk about these beautiful items in front of me. These are WatchCraft watches, and even if you're not shopping for a watch, watch this video because these watches are super unique and we think you're really going to love them. So what we'll cover in this video specifically is who these watches are made for, who they're made by, the different styles that they come in, and the different materials that you can get them in. So first let's talk about who can wear these watches. These watches are mostly unisex, but WatchCraft does create some that are made specifically for women and some that are made specifically for men. So while most of them are sort of a medium size, there are some that are a little bit larger for a larger men's wrist, and then some that are smaller, like this one, which is really made for a more so for a woman's wrist. You can tell that the dial is pretty small and that the metal band is more narrow. So this is going to look nicer on a women's wrist, which tends to be smaller than a men's wrist. So the next thing I want to cover is the type of movement that is used in a WatchCraft watch. WatchCraft watches use quartz movement, and if you're familiar with watches, that's probably the most widely used movement for a watch. That's the technology that keeps the watch running. So what I can tell you is that a quartz movement is very precise and very reliable, and you'll know that you're not just getting a beautiful watch, you're getting a watch that actually tells time and will keep good time. All of these WatchCraft watches are made here in the United States. They're made by a company, WatchCraft, up in New York. These watches have a very, very old world feel. And one of the cool things about these watches is that the designer, named Eduardo Milieris, he actually wants these watches to feel like they have a buried treasure type of feel, like you're wearing an artifact on your wrist. The names of the watches actually make them feel like they're from old Europe. There's actually one that's called the Porthole, which makes it kind of more maritime, more buried treasure-like. So these are made out of all kinds of different metals, and you can probably see just by looking at these watches that a lot of them have the same sort of coloring. It's a very metallic coloring. These are made mostly of a nickel-free brass. As accent, you'll see there's some sterling silver, there's some copper, there's some other brass that is used and is aged. The look of these watches comes from the mixed metals, and that's what makes them so cool. Beyond that, there are even more pieces of art because the dials on them, and hopefully we can zoom right in on this dial. This dial is a hand-painted dial, and these are all handmade watches, and each one is one of a kind, is unique. I'm going to turn this over now to show you how these are unique. We still have the from the manufacturer, because this is still a new watch, not worn by anyone. We have the little plastic on the back, but if you peel that off, you can see that this watch actually has a specific number to it. So it's been handmade, and this one has a hand engraved number to show that this is a unique watch. Now, I mentioned that this can be a unisex watch for both men or women, and these links right here are what make the different sizing. So every watch that's this particular style is going to have the round dial, it's going to have these long pieces of metal right here, but then what you're going to have are these links, and to make the watch either bigger or smaller, you can have links added or removed. If you order online on our website, make sure you just put a note in your order that says you need your WatchCraft watch sized. Okay, so two watches I want to show you before we go are these two right over here. These are so unique. Unique doesn't even begin to tell you. So this watch right here, you can see that it's a lot lighter than some of the other ones I was showing you. The band, this one kind of gives it a little bit more dimension. And there's actually these like twisted silver wires that run around the case and the dial of the watch. It's so unique. I can't even explain. Again, this one makes me feel very buried treasure. This other watch right here, this one has a hinged door. So when you're wearing this, it's almost like you're wearing a giant old world locket on your wrist. And so I'm going to, let's see, you push this button and then you've got the watch face right in there. Again, hand painted dial, hands. This one has a second hand, gold tone, beautiful. And then to put it back in, you just push that down, and you've got this beautiful old world locket on your wrist. It's just so cool. I love these. Okay, last but not least, I want to show you, if you order a WatchCraft watch from BillyTheTree.com, you're going to receive your watch in one of these very nice sort of velvety gift boxes. It has the WatchCraft logo right on it. If you're giving this watch as a gift, then you could not get a nicer gift box to be able to give this in. I hope you learned a little bit of something about these WatchCraft watches, and go to BillyTheTree.com, go to watches and select WatchCraft, and you can shop the entire collection.
For more information about the products featured in this video, please visit BillyTheTree.com. At BillyTheTree.com, you'll receive free worldwide shipping and can browse a huge selection of beautiful jewelry. If you liked this video, leave us a comment and subscribe to our YouTube channel.